Okay, it's back online somehow, but it's very low quality because the internet decided to give up. So I have to use the internet from my phone, and it's not really working so well. It's not really working. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Okay, I disconnected for a second, but I think I got it for now. But in case you didn't see what happened, I got stuck. So I looked and it said a lot of people get stuck, and I had to just walk along the wall all the way around, and that's how I found a brick fall. Hey, check it out. The bricks from the wall. Oh, my controller died. Yeah, some of them have fallen. But why are they... And I see the bricks fall. Do I keep doing it? I can see where bricks have fallen off the wall. I can see a wall through the gaps in the bricks. These bricks look like they've been put up recently. Maybe we can... Yeah, something's there. Let's see. No, that's not it. This isn't working. I need a tool with some heft. I have a hammer. This should work. Alright. I'm looking at my... Okay. Just making sure the quality stays consistent. Yeah. Oh, the door's right here. I thought the door was over there. Get the bottom ones. There's a door back there? Oh, there's a door back there. Now we can go through the door. Yo, what's that smell, man? Somebody been painting in here? Yeah, Dunning. Huh? You trying to tell me old man Dunning paints? You're tripping, Hyde. Dunning's the one who painted all the apples, Lily. I think the fumes is getting to me. I thought you said Dunning painted apples. You heard right. Now keep listening. Dunning's got a daughter he hasn't seen in years. Her name's Jenny. Jenny? That's the name of the girl who was kidnapped from room 111 10 years ago. Yeah, and it's the name what them apple painter letters spell out too. What? Yeah, but I didn't read that right. Yeah, but here's something I learned in the basement. Dunning knew Evans before he took over this hotel. Wait, Evans? That's Mila's pops, yeah? You sure about all this? Hard to believe Dunning and Mila's pops were pals. I'm sure. They knew each other, and they shared a secret they'd die before revealing. That's a heavy secret, man. But you know it. You know it, yeah? Come on, brother, let me hear it. You know the angel painting Bradley stole from Niles' warehouse? Dunning painted it. What? You're crazy. That don't make no damn sense. Listen, Louis. The proof is in this room, I'm sure of it. Help me find it. Okay, if I turn around. An easel. It's a huge sheet of canvas. Okay, never mind. One side of the canvas is covered in white paint. This painting is... Painting? You call this a painting? What is it? White cat in the snowstorm? I tell you, man, I don't get this whole art thing. This painting is real thick. What's going on here? Do I use something on it? When I get so close, I end up getting tired. It's a huge sheet of canvas. There's a painting in the there's paint in the bottom of the bucket. There's green paint in the can. Purple, there's blue paint in the can. There's yellow paint in the can. I gotta get the red one or I won't be satisfied. There's not much red paint left. There are all kinds of colors painted on the canvas. Do I do anything to this painting? There's a landscape painting on the other side. There's a painting leaning against the wall. There's a painting of flowers on the wall. The bucket's pretty dusty, guess no one used it for a while. Is there anything I need to do to that painting? I have a feeling that that's the painting. That's the painting. I'll leave it alone for now. It's a blank canvas. It's a blank canvas. It's a blank canvas. There's a charcoal drawing of a building on the back of the canvas. There's a sketch of a woman on the back of the canvas. There's a chair. This chair's ripped and full of holes. The box holding the canvas is worn out. Okay. An old bottle filled with paint. I didn't know paint came in bottles. They do. An old bottle filled with paint. Is it gonna say that? No, I already clicked that. Oh. An old bottle filled with paint. Oh. Is it gonna say the same thing for this one? Yep. It's a cardboard box filled with paint. A spray bottle of turpentine. Better keep this out of my eyes. About half of the paint's been used. This palette's been used a lot. Hey, look, it's a whatever these things are called. Palette knife, is that it? I picked up a palette knife. It's a dirty box, go figure. This wooden table is all nicked up. There's some wood on the table. The wooden chair has paint on it. Okay. So I think I go here. And I use... Here goes nothing. Yo, man, what you gonna do with that? I done turned the controller off again. I'm gonna find a painting of an angel back here, aren't I? Yep. What did I just do? Damn, I'm good. Whoa. Who'd have thunk a painting was under there? That's an angel, ain't it? Sure is. An angel. You ever see this painting before, Louis? Nah, man. Didn't spend too much time in church as a kid, you dig? Wait a minute. No way. Yo, Hyde, is that it? One and the same, Louis. This is the angel painting Bradley stole from Niall. I need a drink, man. Hell, I need 3. But what? How? What's it doing here? It's like I said, this angel painting was created by Dunning. Yeah, but how you expect me to believe that? Hey, Louis, you know the name of this painting? Ain't it angel painting? That's what Danny always called it. No offense to Danny, but it's called Angel Opening a Door. Angel opening a door? Sure, why not? If I gotta buy that old man Dunning painting, I can believe anything. You're getting loopy on me, Louis. Now listen. The rest of the world thinks this was painted by a guy named Osterzone. Osterzone was an artist born in the 19th century, or so the story goes. A couple dozen or so of his paintings were discovered 40 years after he died. And then all the artsy types went gaga over him. Angel Opening a Door is supposed to have been his masterpiece. So wait, this Osterzone cat really did do an angel painting? And then Dunning, copied it? This isn't a copy, Louis. This is the original. The original? But that can't be right. You know what? Someone else did that. Where they said the paintings were from years ago. Let's see. I dropped some frames. You said this painting is one Osterzone or Osterman, Ostertoes or Osterman, Ozzy, whatever. Still don't get it? Get what? Dunning is Osterzone. Oh, Trip. This is like finding out your girl's your little sister. This is like finding out your girl's your sister or something. It's messed up. 3 years back, my pal Danny got plugged over this painting. 3 years back, my pal Danny got plugged over this painting. Thought he could sell it and get enough scratch for us to break out of the city. And here it is. In some secret vault under my damn bedroom. 1,000,000 miles from New York. This blows my mind. Why? Why? The hell is it doing here? Louis. Don't Louis me, man. Tell me. You want to know how it goes? I mean, I heard something just now. You want to know how it got here? I think Bradley returned it to the man who painted it. What? Bradley returned it? What's that supposed to mean? I think Bradley knew the truth about Osterzone. Ah, you're killing me, Hyde. He knew Osterzone was just a painter somebody made up. Wait, but you said... Look, Osterzone's story is that he was a painter who died before his work was valued. Truth is, no one ever heard of the guy at all. Not until somebody wrote a book about him. Thanks to the book, he went from nobody to somebody overnight. And his paintings started selling for a whole lot of dough. What kind of book is it? It's called Osterzone, the Phantom Painter. It was published in 1963. You know who wrote it? Robert Evans. Robert Evans? That's Mila's Pops, ain't it? But that means... Okay, I think I follow. So Mila's Pops is part of this whole angel painting thing too? Yeah, this angel's one popular dame got herself a whole flock of admirers. The thing I haven't figured out yet is why. Why did Evans and Dunning create Osterzone in the first place? And how did Bradley stumble onto it? More mysteries. You know, I used to like mysteries. Not anymore, man. You got it figured out? Not all of it, but I think I'm getting close. I've just got to line everything up. Here's what I got so far. Evan's book on Osterzone came out 16 years ago. Then Mila and her old man came here 10 years ago. Yeah, that's when the hotel closed up for a bit. And the story about the girl gone missing from the hotel? 10 years ago. Oh, you know what? I do remember them saying someone went missing. And the story about the girl gone missing from the hotel 10 years ago. Oh, and that's when Mila went into a coma and got put in the hospital. And it's when Mila's old man bought the hotel. A lot happened 10 years back. Wait. Mila's Pops used to own the Dusk? Yeah. Robert Evans used to be the owner. But 7 years ago he suddenly closes up his art gallery and disappears. And then Dunning buys the hotel. Hold it. Woodard said Mila's Pops always came to see her in the hospital. And he only stopped coming 6 months ago, yeah? That's what he said. It don't add up, man. When did Dunning reopen the Dusk? 5 years ago, right? Yeah, and Bradley killed Danny 3 years ago. Then you went and shot Bradley right after. Yeah. This is Hyde. Hyde, I've got bad news. It's Bradley. He's on the take. What the hell? Yo, Hyde, can I ask you something? Sure. Why'd you shoot Bradley? I mean, you guys were partners, and friends too, yeah? You the kind of cat who hunts down a pal if you think he did you wrong? Just line him up and put him down? Cold, brother, real cold. I don't know. How don't you know? I heard what he did. Heard he went rogue. I tore up the city looking for him. I finally caught up to him at the docks. I was mad as hell, Louis. I could barely see. I pulled my piece and yelled at him, asked him why he did it. So what'd he say? Nothing. Not a word, just turned and looked at me. There was a message there, but I couldn't read it. It was all too fast. Then he turned and I thought he was going to make a run for it. My gun was out and I pulled the trigger. Whoa. Hey, sorry I asked, you know. But I get it, man. You didn't get to talk to him. Never got to hear his side of things. That's why you're looking for him, trying to make your final piece, yeah? Enough about that. We need to focus on what's in front of us. Yeah, man, sure. When did Dunning reopen the Dusk? 5 years ago, right? Yeah, and Bradley killed Danny 3 years ago. And then Bradley vanished with the angel painting. Which brings us to 6 months ago when he checked in here as Kyle Hyde. Right, and that's when Mila's Pops vanished. And Bradley came to town. Yeah. But man, none of this means squat. All just a bunch of dates and numbers to me. Unless you got this all figured out. Most of it, at least I think so. Come on, Louis, we have to find Dunning and Mila. We talked to them? I got a hunch this will all come together. Whatever you say, officer. Okay, let me go ahead and save. My pen went off. Ooh. How long have I been streaming? 8 hours and 20 minutes? Oh wait, that's not the door. I thought that other place would be a door. Did someone come through here? No, why did something happen? Was I supposed to stay down there? Huh? What is it, man? Check out the wall. Huh? There's a strange line running through it. What do you think it is? It's a door, Louis. The wall's a door. Oh man, this is like that cartoon with the dog and the dude that's always hungry. Hey, is someone in there? Dunning. Mila. Hey, good looking. Am I ever glad to see you're safe and sound? You alright? Got yourself quite a series of hideouts, Dunning. You make them all yourself? Nope. Yeah, then who did, and why? None of your business. Time to come clean. You're going to tell me everything you know. Start talking. Alright, I hear ya. But just the two of us. I aim to talk to you alone. Louis, take Mila upstairs. Don't ask me twice. Come on, Mila. Rosa's waiting in the wine cellar. Let's go see her. No. Hey, you can talk, and you told me no, just like all the girls in my life. Stop playing the fool, Louis. Get her out of here. Yeah, I hear ya. Let's go, Mila. No. I'm staying here. I need to hear what he says. Oh, come on, Mila. No, I need to hear it. Fine, you can both stay. You telling me I gotta talk in front of the girl and Dunno? Ain't happening. No, sir. It ain't necessary and it ain't gonna happen. It might not be necessary for you, but it is for them. What are you talking about? Mila's the daughter of your former partner. Mila came here to find him, to find her father. And the info rattling around in your head is the only lead she's got. Where is my papa? Where is he? And Louis here. You hit me, didn't you? You lousy, no-good, tight-fisted, back-breathing... Wait. You hit me, didn't you? You lousy, no-good, tight-fisted, back-breaking old coot. Was you trying to kill me? Hell, you could have just fired me. I would have walked away. Of course I wasn't trying to kill you. Don't be daft. Louis drifted out to the West Coast 3 years back. You know why he left the city? Because his childhood friend Danny was murdered. Murdered? Let me lay it out for you. Danny was killed trying to steal a painting. It was in a warehouse run by a crime syndicate called Nile, a painting of an angel. What? Think you're surprised? I'm the one who had just found the damn thing in the... Wait a minute. I can't read anymore. I'm the one what just found the thing in the damn basement. You know what? I didn't take my medicine. I think that's also a problem. Am I hearing voices? Yes. Let me go ahead and take my medicine. Okay. What time is it? 5:29? Okay. I'm the one that just found the thing in the damn basement. I can't read as loud anymore because everybody is asleep. They're all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My mom's at the hospital. And she comes home, but then she has to go back. What do you say? You're going to share your story with us? Why'd you bring Mila to the basement? It's cause I wanted her to see the place. Why? Well, this is the last place Evans and me ever saw each other. What do you mean? The last place you spoke? What did you chat about? Now look, that ain't about Osterzone? No. We we talked about Jenny. I found your secret room. I know what's in there. I found Angel opening a door. You found you found it, did you? Yeah. Why is it here? Persistent, ain't ya? It's 'cause that man left it here. I think I know who left it here. Okay, so Bradley. Wait a minute. It was the other Kyle Hyde, wasn't it? Hey, who told you that? You did, just now. Oh, so you know the guy or something? Yeah. The guy who stayed here 6 months ago was my partner, my friend. He's the ghost I've been chasing for 3 years. Partner? Didn't know that door-to-door salesman had partners. Yo, Mr. Smith, let me introduce, Officer Kyle Hyde. Until 3 years ago, he was a detective with NYPD. Aw, crap. My partner's name was Brian Bradley. 3 years ago, he was investigating a crime syndicate called Nile. But he decided to steal your angel painting and skip town. Hasn't been seen since. Nile, huh? Well, I'll be damned. I guess what he told me was true after all. I found an old letter in the cellar lockbox. I see. Read it, did you? Yeah, then I used your little code machine and... Real smart guy, ain't you, Hyde? So smart you can't keep your nose out of my business. Well, let me guess. No need, I'll tell you. I know the secret you and Evans were hiding. Oh. Please, where's my papa? I told you everything about the night Jenny got taken away. Everything. So you have to tell me where he is. You have to. You know where Evans is, don't you? I remember when Papa and I came here 10 years ago. We ate dinner, and then he said he had some business to take care of. He told me he was going to meet a friend, and that I should play with Jenny until he got back. So we played, and I waited for him. But he never came back. We were tired and sleepy, and we both fell asleep. Then the door opened and there was a scary man. He grabbed Jenny and tried to take her. Jenny started screaming and crying. She was crying so hard. I thought she was going to die. So I yelled at the man. I ran to him and told him to stop, and then I was flying. I don't remember anything else. Oh, did he hit her? I'm sorry, Mila. Oh, Jenny. You know what happened then, Mr. Smith? Mila was in a coma, spent the next 10 years laying in some hospital bed. Then 6 months ago, she wakes up and starts looking for her pops. Damn. Are you mad at me? Are you mad that I couldn't stop those men? The one who took Jenny? Is that why you won't tell me where my papa is? No, girl, that ain't it. I don't know where Evans is. That's why I'm here. It's all I can do. Just sitting and waiting to hear from Evans, waiting for my Jenny to come home. Okay, I gotta save. Because I have a feeling I'm gonna mess this up. Yeah, we're 4 minutes off. Hold on a second. Let me just... If I would have pushed start, you know how much crap I've been through? Now resave. At the correct time. There we go. You and Evans talked about Jenny after that night, right? Fill me in. Controller. I asked him why Jenny was taken. He said it's 'cause I wouldn't paint no more. Said if I'd just pick up the brush, Jenny'd be returned. Kidnapping is a rough business. I bet I know who organized it. It was Evans, wasn't it? No? Okay, I gotta start over. Hold on. This is why we save. Okay. Okay, so I just read all this. Said if I just pick up the brush, Jenny'd be returned. Kidnapping is rough business. I bet I knew who organized it. It was Niall. It was Niall. Likely as not. Leastwise, that's what Evans said. Told me these Niall fellas knew the truth about Osterzone. Said they wanted me to do more painting. But I told Evans to go screw himself. Told him no. And that's why they took me Jenny away. Why did you tell Evans you weren't going to paint anymore? 'Cause I was tired. More popular Osterzone got, the lousier I felt. Evans' plan was moving ahead without a hitch, but to really make it stick, I had to bury my own work, bury who I was. People loved my painting, collectors wanted them. But all the praise, all the glory, Osterzone got it, not me. Couldn't take it no more. What did Bradley tell you? Night he stayed here, your pal invited me to have a drink with him. Well, one turned into a whole bunch, and soon I wasn't feeling no pain. That's when Bradley stopped chatting about this and that, and asked if I knew Evans. Some stranger asking you about Evans? I bet I know what you told him. You're smart. You lied to him, right? Yep. No way I was gonna tell some mystery man I knew Evans. So this Bradley fella got real quiet like and stared at his glass for a bit. Then he looked up and stared me square in the eye. Told me he was being chased by Niall. Said they was after him 'cause they knew Evans. They knew Evans' secret. Okay, let me save now. Okay. My nephew sat up in his sleep again. Is Evans going to contact you? Hell, I don't know. 3 years after I lost my Jenny, I hit rock bottom. I was sad and pissed off. Told him I knew Jenny ain't ever coming home. Took a knife to the paintings I was working on and slashed them to ribbons. I was even thinking about breaking my hand so I couldn't paint no more. Well, Evans saw how crazy I was. He talked me back from the edge, said he'd take care of everything. Promised me he'd get my Jenny back. Said I should just sit tight and wait here. And that he'd contact me as soon as everything was square. Then he turned and walked off the face of the earth. Would a guy like that mention his own daughter? Let me take a guess. Evans never told you what happened to her, did he? Sure didn't. That night 10 years ago, we had a couple of drinks and talked about what was what. When he went to get the girls, Mila was on the floor and Jenny was gone. Evans grabbed Mila and raced her to the hospital, and I thundered around like a madman looking for my little girl. Next morning, Evans came back from the hospital. When I asked Evans about Mila, he told me it was nothing and she was fine. What was Evans' secret? This is what your pal told me, so you might want to take it with a grain of salt. He said Evans actually chose to work with Niall, except they knew him as Norman. Norman? That's what he said. Said Evans was in deep with Niall. Said he chose to stay there. Okay. I'm gonna save again. Everything's going smooth. Why didn't Evans tell you about Mila? I don't know. Ain't got a clue. Let's hear it. All of it. Alright, Mr. Hyde. I'm done trying to hide all of this. Okay, I gotta plug in my controller because... Where is the charger for the controller? Yeah, this one. I'm gonna tell you everything. Tell you how Evans and me got started. Why they took me Jenny, why Evans disappeared 7 years ago, and I'll tell you about the other Kyle Hyde I met 6 months back, your pal Bradley. I'll tell you everything he told me, everything I know. You okay? Mm-hmm. Alright, you talk, I'll listen. You want me to get into it in front of Mila? She might not like it. Her call. I want to hear it. If it's about Papa, I want to hear it all. Might be hard. I'm just like you. Just like me. When I told you about Jenny, you wanted to know everything, didn't you? What she said, how she cried. You asked me over and over. Mila, I understand. I understand why you kept asking me to repeat things. I was talking about Jenny. You wanted to hear it all, no matter how terrible it was. You wanted to be close to her, and that was the only way. That's how I feel too. I want to know everything about Papa. I don't care what it is, I just want to know. Oh, here we go with the internet. I'm dropping frames like crazy. Oh boy. Yeah, I am dropping frames like crazy over here. 9,386 frames. I might have to stop the stream and then try to come back. This is not working for me. I'm at 10,000 drop frames. I can see it on the TV, how it's dropping. It goes up to like 4,000 and then it drops back down. Oh boy. I'm at the end of the game. Give me a break right now, please. Just work. I'm at 12,000 drop frames. This always happens with my... Okay. I think it'll stay connected now. I think. Where did I do it? My stylus now. Oh boy. I lost the stylus. Jesus Christ. Oh, found it. I don't care what it is, I just want to know. I think that settles it. Start talking. It all started when Evans and me, we was what you call reunited by tragedy. There was a plane crash in Las Vegas in 1960. Two of the women who died on the plane left behind little girls. One was Jenny's mom, my wife. The other was married to Evans. That's your mom, Mia. I was in the airport, just sitting there numb. Then I saw Evans. He and I'd been at the same college, studying art and hoping to be painters. And then 5 years later, we're new widowers in the Nevada desert. Two different paths after graduation, you see. Evans followed in his father's footsteps and took over the family art gallery. And me, thought I was pretty big news and I tried to make a living as a painter. But no one gave a rat's ass for my work. Barely had 2 quarters to rub together. With our wives dying, it gave us a chance to talk about the old days. We shared a bunch of drinks and talked about everything under the sun. Then Evan said he thought I was a good artist, about near knocked me out of my chair. Then he went on praising me and telling me how great I was. Of course, I swallowed it all. He told me something else, too. Said he'd given up on being a painter because he knew I was better than him. Then he looked me square in the eye and told me he'd see me famous or die trying. About a year later, Evans comes up with this crazy idea. Said he wanted to prove he had an eye for art. Told me it was my chance to prove myself, too. You're a great painter, he said, and history'll prove me right. It sounds silly now, but he was so sure of himself, got me all worked up, too. We just wanted to show the world what for, you know? Couple of damn fools. Well, we spent the next 3 years thinking up all the details. And between the two of us, we created Marcel Osterzone out of thin air. Evans rounded up a bunch of old canvases and paint from some art museum. Then I painted up about a couple dozen pieces or so that we could say were his. My job was to just stay out of the sight and paint till my hand cramped. Evans hung around the gallery and made the art folks think he knew something. He also wrote up a book about how he discovered Osterzone. The one I found in the basement? Yep. It introduced the world to the mystery painter that died too young. In less time it takes to change a light bulb, his works took off. Collectors started buying up the stuff and paying a fortune for it too. Evans and me were just happy as pigs and filth. Art world loved Osterzone and loved his paintings. I just kept painting and painting as much as I could. And Evans sold every last one of them for more money than I'd ever imagined. But about that time, Evans and me stopped seeing eye to eye. Evans liked our scam. He liked pulling the wool over people. He started looking for other ways to fleece people and started getting good at it. But me? No more popular Osterzone's works got. The more popular Osterzone's works got, the heavier my brushes got. I couldn't take hiding in the shadow of a painter I created. It was too much. After a while, I just lost my talent. I couldn't paint no more. That's what led me to the worst day of my life. Evans invited me to the hotel, so I threw Jenny in the car and came on over. Evans brought Mila, and our girls started playing together right away. Kids were cuter than anything. Evans and me left them in room 111 and headed for the bar. We hadn't had a relaxing night in a while. We just shot the breeze, had a couple of drinks, nothing out of the ordinary. Then Evans said he wanted to show me something, so he brought me down here. We were standing right about here. Evans told me he bought the hotel and built this room just for me. Wanted me to hide down here and just keep painting. You're a genius, he says to me. You'll be painting again before you know it. You want to give Jenny the good life, don't you? All you gotta do is turn into Osterzone again and paint. You'll have enough scratch to give Jenny whatever she wants, make her happy. No, that's not true. That wouldn't make anyone happy. Why would Papa say that? Man didn't have a choice, girl. He had to say that to me. It was all he could do. What do you mean? Any fool could see Evans wasn't behind this hotel. Had to be someone else. Seems that in all his buying and selling, Evans got mixed up with some heavy hitters. And one group of crooks called Nile, and their claws sunk into him but good. All you had to do was take a look in this room. Evans didn't make all this for a mope like me. This was a place for crooks to do all their dirty business. I didn't talk much at first, just let Evans say his piece. But then I told him no, told him I wasn't gonna paint no more. So then they took her, Mr. Hyde. The damn bastards took my baby girl. They took Jenny. Aw, damn it. Anyway, Evan sat me down and told it straight. Become Osterzone, he says. Just paint. Do that and Jenny'll come back to you. The hell else could I do? I moved down here and started painting. And Osterzone was back. But I didn't care about fame or money or nothing. I just wanted my girl back. But she didn't come back. No, sir. So I kept painting for 3 years, thinking they'd keep their word. But one day I had enough, told them all to go to hell. That's when Evan sent me that letter you saw. I can tell you the damn thing word for word. This is your last job. Finish it and you're free. I won't ask nothing further of you. However, our secret must never be revealed. Keep silent and I promise that Jenny will one day be returned to you. Go back to the Dusk. Be patient. He sent me the deed to this hotel with his letter. I tried to track him down, but like I said earlier, I ain't no detective. Gallery was all closed up and I didn't know where else to look. Papa, Where did you go? I didn't have no idea how to start looking for him, so I just decided to stay here and wait her out. I made a promise to myself, you understand? I was gonna wait here for my Jenny, and if I died waiting, so much the better. So 5 years back, I opened the Dusk back up again. But no one wanted to stay here. People heard stories about the night Jenny was taken and, well, it kept them away. So I made up the load of crap about the wish room and told a bunch of newspapers. Then I tried to run the place. Guess you can tell I ain't much of a people person. Did you hear from Evans? Nah, not a peep. But a couple of years back I got a visit from a gal who used to work in his gallery. She just showed up one day shaking and nervous as hell. I asked if I could help her, and out of the blue she said she knew I was Osterzone. Also, she said she knew Evans forced me to do all the paintings. Then she threatened me, said she revealed my secret lest I painted one for her. Thought she might know where Evans had gotten off to, so I did it. I gave her the painting, but never heard from her again. Nothing from Evans either. Neither. That's interesting. Yep. Oh, and then 6 months ago, that other fella showed up. The one with your name. Got some news about Evans from him. Bradley. What did he tell you? Don't quite know what to make of it. I liked him well enough, so we had a drink. Then he turned to me and asked if I knew Evans. Of course, I didn't say a word, just kept nursing my drink, but he kept talking. Said Evans was in deep with Niall and calling himself Norman. Then he told me all he knew about Osterzone. Told me he knew all about Osterzone, sorry. This fella knew everything and he just kept talking. Said he knew we'd created him and that he knew I'd been painting. Didn't think I should say nothing, so I just sat and listened. After a bit, he quit talking. And just swirled his ice around. I figured he was done and made to leave, but then he said something real quiet. Told me he made a deal with one of Niall's men, a man named Norman. What kind of deal? He said they had his sister, said they were holding her hostage. That was the deal that Norman or Evans wanted to make. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me rewind this, because I need to hear that again. Hold on, I'm sorry. Okay. That was the deal that Norman or Evans wanted to make. He wanted your pal to tell him everything the cops knew in exchange for his sister. What? No, I refused to. Hold on, Mr. Hyde, I ain't done yet. Your pal told me he made the deal. Said he betrayed his friends, but when he went to find his sister, she was already dead. Mila? Oh no. He's holding his sister's dead body watching the stream rise when he hears a voice. You can't change anything. You sold out your people and you can't take it back. Your sister's dead and you don't have any family left. You got nothing left. Come and work for me. That's the only road open for a man like you. I tell you, the sound of that voice, he's a wounded man, Mr. Hyde. Hold on. So this is Bradley. That's what Bradley said, right? Oh, my comments. Sorry. Okay. You can see it. Um, I tell you, the sound of his voice, he's a wounded man, Mr. Hyde. So then your pal finished his story and his drink, but he never raised his eyes, and I asked him what he'd done next. He kept looking at his glass, but I couldn't tell he was seeing something else. I accepted his offer, he told me. I knew it was the only way to avenge my sister, the only way to make Evans pay. Okay, so, oh yeah. Bradley. When he finally looked at me, his eyes were hard as any I ever seen. You won't see Robert Evans again, was the last thing he said to me. Next morning he checked out, left me quite a going away present though. The painting that had been hanging above the bed in 217 had been taken down. And hanging there was Angel opening a door. That's why the painting was down. He left a photograph and a key on the bed. Photo was the same one you found. Evans always carried that photo with him. And this here's the key. What's it for? No clue. Key's a mystery I ain't solved. But once I saw the painting and the photo, I knew one thing. I knew everything he told me was true. It was a tough pill to swallow, you know. Evans working for Niall. Never believed things could have got that messed up. I took Angel opening a door off the wall and carried her down to the basement. And then I covered the damn thing with a coat of white paint.